So as we continue with you here, we are at Ash and Ember, as those of you on YouTube can see behind us. Ash and Ember is in Cedar Hill, down here in Jock's neck of the woods. It is one of the newest breweries in Dallas-Fort Worth, in North Texas, right off of 67 in Cedar Hill. We're going to be sitting down with the owners and the brewers coming up here in just a little bit. Tim and Brian will be joining us. But as we do every week, brought to you by Beer Geek Shop in downtown Rockwall, it is time for just the sip.
Now, not the whole thing.
No, just the sip.
Not the whole thing.
Definitely want to talk into that microphone because that's what we're using on the actual podcast.
Yes, yes.
That's what the sound will pick up for that. So one of the things that we are really cool and excited to do with Beer Geek Shop is we have partnered to offer you the JaM Session 6-pack. And the JaM Session 6-pack is discounted at $22.50 and features 3 of my favorite beers and 3 of Jacques' favorite beers. Now, we tell you guys about this all the time. Beer Geek Shop is a locally owned, family-run shop on the square in downtown Rockwall. It's in a place called San Jacinto Plaza, which is right there in downtown Rockwall. Husband and wife, Jason and Deidre, that own it. They're great people, and they'd love to have you support them. They've been big supporters of us here on JaM Session for a long time. And they have partnered with us to offer you the JaM Session 6-pack. As I said, it's $22.50, which I know seems ridiculous that you can get 6 beers of this quality for $22.
But it's a steal, bro.
But you can. It's going to be $22.50. And we're going to have 3 of them that we're going to show you this week, and then we will try the other 3 next week. But we are going to do this. Let's see. So 3 of them that we have right now from our buddies at 3 Nations Brewing. It is their Devout Creme Brulee Imperial Stout, as you can see there on the YouTube video. We also have from very good friends of mine at Texas Ale Project. This is a very good double IPA called 100 Million Angels Sini. And then we did a podcast out at Odd Muse a couple of weeks back with Bobby and Charles out there. And Odd Muse Brewing, which does not really distribute their cans, but Beer Geeks has some Odd Muse Brewing available to you in cans. So if you live on that side of Dallas and you don't want to drive into Farmers Branch to try Odd Muse, I can highly recommend that you go to Beer Geeks and pick it up. You're not going to find Odd Muse hardly anywhere at all in the Dallas area in cans. But this is from the Odd Muse Brewing Company, Silver Spaceship Hazy IPA. And this is actually the beer that we're going to start with here today.
Is that right?
Indeed, because this is going to be a heavier, and then this one's got resin out the ass on it. So we're going to get our beers here, and the first one that we're going to try, as I mentioned, is the Odd Muse Silver Spaceship Hazy IPA. I've had this one a few times. It's a very, well, I mean, this is one that I picked to put in the 6-pack.
You know, so I guess you like it.
So this is one of my selections. I'm a big fan of this. It's just,
it's got a nice nose to it.
It does. It's a very tropical, citrusy, hazy IPA. It's 6.7%. It's one of the first beers that Odd Muse put out. Make sure you guys can see this here.
They're not blind?
I'm just making sure. All right, so give it a sip and see what you think.
All right.
God, it smells fantastic.
No, it does really smell good.
Yeah, that's really good. It's got a nice citrus kick on it. Something else too.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But
fan of that.
I like it. It's got a little bitter finish to it.
It does. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's hazy IPA, so it definitely is going to come through with a little bit of
yeah. That's it's not.
You can kind of see here on the video what we're talking about. Not super hazy by any means. I mean, again, it's just 6.7%.
Now I think it's a. I like it just a little juicier. But if I were just drinking and somebody ordered that, I would drink. I would be a social drinker and have my glass and finish it.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of that, which is why I put it in my 6-pack. Now, 2 of these are my selections, and then one of them is Jacques' selection, and we'll try the other 3 and talk about those next week. But again, all these beers that we're trying, you can get them in the JaM Session 6-pack at Beer Geek Shop in downtown Rockwall, or you can just buy them in singles, because everything at Beer Geeks is available for you in singles, which is fantastic. If you're out there on the east side of the Metroplex, I encourage you to swing by and support those guys. Or if you live past Rockwall, if you're out in Fate or Royce City, you know, over there in the Rowlett area, Saxey, Wiley, all you guys get out there to Beer Geeks and buy your beer. I'm going to finish this one. Oh, you poured a whole thing. Or no, you just did the sip. Did I pour you too much? I'm not drinking yours.
Oh,
Go ahead and get the next one ready.
all right.
And we're going to stick with the IPA here, even though this one is from Texas Ale Project. It's called 100 Million Angels Singing.
100 million angels singing.
Very close. It is from a Johnny Cash song. Very nicely done. The name of the beer comes from the Johnny Cash song, Man in Black, or whatever it's called.
I'm
No,
unfamiliar.
not Man in Black. What is the name of the song? I can't remember off the top of my head now. That's horrible.
It comes from The Man is Walking.
Yeah. Hear the angels, hear the pipers. 100 million angels singing.
Did you ever sing that on karaoke during the
I
show?
don't think I ever did. Now, this one, I don't know if you're going to like it because this is a 9.2% on the ABV. This is a bitter hop bomb. It packs a very resiny punch.
Bitter hop bomb.
Yes. When the Man Comes Around, that's the name of the song. When the Man Comes Around is the name of the song that this is from. It is fantastic. It's brewed. There's a lot of Simcoe hop in this beer, which is a really danker hop that has a lot of that bitter hop bite that you look for. And it'll tell you on the can. So those of you that like IPAs, those of you that like bitter, I'm going to point this out down here at the bottom of the can to take a look. You can make that out. Yeah, that's 100 IBUs, friend. That is a bitter punch, 100 IBUs. Let me finish the hazy spaceship.
It is indeed bitter.
It is very. This is a very true to the style, a truer to the style.
But
double IPA.
wow,
You kind of get an idea.
that takes the spit out your mouth. It's so bitter, dog.
Yeah, you get a little bit of the popsicles, like maybe a little bit of pineapple notes on this, and then
obviously I get a lot of dankness and earthiness.
Yeah, of course, because that Simcoe's going to pack that dank in there, man. God, that is good.
If you say so.
Well, and this is why I chose this beer to be in my six-pack, because 100 Million Angels Singing Double IPA from Texas Ale Project. If you like double IPAs, not hazies, true double-style IPAs, and you can see from this is not a hazy IPA. You can see how clear that is for the most part, but it is loaded with hops and leaves a really nice bitter resin on the backside. Not your thing, huh?
If you like a bitter resin, damn it, it leaves a bitter resin.
If you were on YouTube Live, you can see Jacques' face. I don't know if you enjoyed that or not. I don't think you did.
Nope. Can't say that I did. But, you know, what you've learned about craft beer. Wow, the bitter profile just goes deeper and deeper and deeper.
Very resiny on the back.
The thing you learn about craft beer is you don't have to like a beer for it to be well done and exactly what, you know, it's like if somebody gives you an order of pickled beets and goes, these are the best pickled beets in the country, you may be like, this mess is gross.
Right.
But if you like pickled beets, it would be fantastic. So
right.
that's how it rolls with me.
So again, our first one was Silver Spaceship Hazy IPA by Odd Muse. We've done a podcast with them before. Our next one was the 100 Million Angels Singing from Texas Ale Project. They're down there in the Design District right off of Riverfront, a big facility, really nice place. It was actually not anymore because so many more breweries have been built up. But when they first opened, coming up on 5 years ago, they were the first brewery built from the ground up in their own structure.
Really?
Since before Prohibition.
Wow.
In Dallas.
How about that?
Yeah. And
see,
so,
these are the kind of fun facts Matt has.
Yeah, there you go. So that's a cool one. Good people over there. Veteran owned, by the way, at 100 Million at Texas Ale Project. And then next up, and they may be, if we can squeeze in a podcast before Thanksgiving, Three Nations will be where we're going next. They're up in Carrollton. They just had their 5-year anniversary. And this is the Three Nation Devout. Now, they do a series of Devout. There's a bunch of really good ones, but this one is the creme brulee. So obviously with this, you're looking at, what is this, 8.3% on the ABV. It's a rotating series, and it even tells you right here, milk stout. It's filled with notes of toffee, chocolate, caramel, vanilla, and roasted coffee.
Well, now, that appears to be in the Taylor wheelhouse. Oh.
Or, as you might imagine, it tastes like a creme brulee. And yeah, this is one of Jacques' selections for the Jam Session 6-pack. And all these beers are available in the Jam Session 6-pack out there at Beer Geek Shop in downtown Rockwall. So go show those guys support because they have been huge supporters of what we do here on Jam Session.
Oh, so look at the color.
Just a sip, shall we?
Oh, it smells heavenly.
It's very roasty, and you definitely
smells so good.
Yeah, you get a lot of sweetness on this, just like almost like a sugar smell with coffee.
That, my friends,
It's good. I've had it many times.
That is-
look, this entire Devout series, Gavin
Wow.
Sturkey, the head brewer over there at Three Nations, is a phenomenal brewer. He brews some really great stuff.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, and this Devout Imperial Milk Stout Creme Brulee
Wow.
from Three Nations is just one of those.
It's bursting with flavor throughout your mouth. You can taste a lot of different things going on there.
Yeah, I will tell you, they have one of the better golden stouts in the area too. It's a marzipan, and then they have a Texas Xmas, which is like a Mexican chocolate, which is fantastic. They've got a variety of versions of those that are all really good. Some I like more than others, but they're all very good, and the creme brulee is fantastic.
Nah, that's truly special right there. Truly special. The flavor just keeps on coming.
Yeah, Bananas Foster, he's right. Three Nations does a Devout Bananas Foster version.
Really?
Yeah, it's very good. It might actually still be on tap. They had it on tap last weekend for their anniversary party, and it's really good. You're right. So fantastic. And then somebody wanted to know, how long have you loved craft beer? And for me, it's going on 8 years plus now.
For me, it's going on about 106 days.
That'd be awesome if you kept the daily tally of what you like. Yeah, this is good, man.
Nah, that's fantastic, bro.
I don't know that Three Nations is.
See, it tastes. I had it about a month ago, and it tastes better today than it did a month ago. I wonder if my palate's changing.
I mean, it's a milk stout. It's sweet, but yeah, you get all the notes that they're going for in that, and it's got a nice mouth on it, and it's super drinkable for 8.2%.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So, and it's a really cool place. If you guys are in the Carrollton area and you haven't been to Three Nations, it's a fantastic local brewery in downtown Carrollton. Again, the Three Nations Devout Imperial Milk Stout Creme Brulee, the 100 Million Angels Singing Double IPA from Texas Ale Project. And this is one, I mean, it even says on the can, pine, resin, citrus. Which is exactly what you're going to get from 100 IBU Double IPA. And then, of course, from our buddies up there in Farmers Branch at Odd Muse, the Silver Spaceship Hazy IPA. All these beers are available in the JaM Session 6-pack. These are 3 of the 6 that you'll get. If you go to Beer Geek Shop in downtown Rockwall, Jason, Deidre, whoever's working, just tell them, hey, JaM Session 6-pack. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, here it is. They got it ready to go for you. It's at a discounted price. All 6 beers in our hand-picked 6-pack are $22.50, which I'm telling you is a crazy good deal for locally brewed craft beers.
Absolutely.
I don't know that you would ever see any of these cans in some places be priced at that price. So, I mean, you can tell individually the can prices on some of these, if you buy them, they're not going to cost, they would cost way more than what they would cost in the JaM Session 6-pack. So go by, support Jason and Deidre out there in Rockwall, and we would appreciate that because they do a great stuff. They're big supporters of us.
Cheers.
Everything available in singles out there in Rockwall. I almost want to drink the rest of this, but enjoy that. And coming up here a little bit later on, like I said, we are at Ash and Ember Brewing Company today. Some of you on YouTube that are watching this will see behind us the brewery. And then those of you that are listening to us, we will be sitting down with the owners and brewers of Ash and Ember. Tim and Brian will be joining us here a little bit later on in the podcast. All right, guys, thanks for watching. That was just a quick one today. And no, Beer Geeks, I don't believe will ship. They do Postmates, but if you don't live in the immediate area, it costs you too much. Appreciate you guys watching on YouTube. We're going to have another YouTube live here coming up again soon. Thanks, guys.